Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. If it's Monday or Wednesday night, then it must be California Haunts Radio Night. Please take this time to gather some popcorn, hamburgers, hot dogs, maybe even dinner or whatever snacks you eat, and have a sit down in front of the TV, the computer, or even your cell phone and enjoy the show. Hey, welcome tonight. Wow, it's another week. Another week we're starting Tuesday. I know it's not. Today's Tuesday, isn't it? I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's another week to me when you're home all the time. Hey. Anyway, welcome to the show. My name is Charlotte. I'm going to be your host for the next hour. I am also the owner of the California Haunts Paranormal Investigation Team based out of Sacramento, California. We are 35 strong up and down the state. We're nonprofit. We're also located in Oregon, Washington, and Hawaii. Anyway, welcome to the show tonight. Of course, I've got the nasty air conditioner on again because it's 93 today, and at least it's not smoky, but it's hot. This room gets really hot, and especially under the hot lights with the show. Anyway, welcome again. I'm going to welcome you for a 800th time. You can find the webpage for the radio show at www.californiahauntsradio.com. All of our episodes are there going back to last September. You can also visit California Haunts, the paranormal team, at www.californiahaunts.org. Tonight we've got a unique guest on. If you've ever had a problem, financial, maybe you're not feeling so good, something like that, this is the lady to go to. She is a healer, and she can heal many things, and she used to, last year through COVID, she had nightly meditations, and it was pretty cool. But anyway, I've known her for a while, and I'm glad to have her on again. We haven't had her on since probably, I think, last September or October when we first started this format on the show. So without further ado, I'm going to let her tell you about herself, because she's got a really cool background too. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I see you were working up in the smoke and stuff, right?
It wasn't too bad today. I think I was taking the photo when it was under 90 degrees and the air was much pleasant. Probably the best air today compared to what it has been. So I'm very blessed. There's no smoking. You can't smell it, but I'm sure the rating is not good for you either, but it's much better.
It probably isn't, and I feel bad because the wind obviously shifted, so hopefully the people that are experiencing the main fire aren't getting burned out either, like up in South Tahoe, because the wind shifted from us.
Yes, I know. I've heard of friends that are waiting to be evacuated or have been evacuated. People was in Strawberry that was evacuated like last Friday, and we just keep praying. And if you guys experience extra rain, please send it that way. We welcome all the hurricane rain as much as you need. Just like send us the rain. We require rain. We desire rain. So
yes, we desperately.
I just literally praying every day for rain. So yes.
Anyway, tell me about you. So I know about you, but nobody else knows about you. So let's hear about you.
Where do I start? Let's see. What do you want to know?
You were born in Vietnam, right?
Yes, I am Vietnamese-born Australian, and so I'm Vietnamese, and I'm also Australian, and now U.S. citizen like you guys as well. And you want to know when my journey, when I started, how do I go about being an intimacy healer?
Well, yeah, let's hear about it, because it's unique that you're Vietnamese Australian. So how did that happen?
I'm Vietnamese, and I left Vietnam. We escaped Vietnam in 1981 and spent several years at refugee camp. And We had Australian, they were able to sponsor us. A church actually sponsor us, so that's how we landed in Australia. They were kind enough to take our family in. That's yeah. I grew up in Australia and did all my schooling, education, what you call formal education, all in Australia. Yeah. So as a registered nurse, that's what
Mm-hmm.
my professions, what when people call professions are.
And then you came over here, right?
Then I got married, and what happened when you get married? You kind of like, you divorce your family, you divorce your friends, and to be here. So, yes, I got married. That's how I came to America, and I've been here in Northern California. Now I can say not quite the longest yet. 15 years, almost same as Australia, not yet, but yeah, I've been in California. So the States has been most of my life, I guess, if I count the rest
Mm-hmm.
of America. So America is my longest residencies in my entireties, if that's even
Wow.
a word.
And how did you become a healer?
I started healing I came upon healing in 95 after I graduated from my nursing, and I stumbled upon Reiki. Everyone here, you may hear, is a form of energy healing, and I started practicing with that, and I work with a Reiki master. I always bring her out here from Australia, and I've learned the Eastern lineage, and we work with a lot of Tibetan ways of healing. And I kind of worked with that for 10 years with my teachers, and I just dabble. Pretty much most of my healing at the time is just helping my patient. When all drugs fail, I will kind of close the curtain and offer my hands, and that kind of take away the pain miraculously without drugs. And I did part time here and there, just working part time, and pretty much 7 years ago that I have started full time journey, and I had I guess I call it was a moment of the universe, God, divine power, whatever you want to call it's beyond our comprehension. Try to slow me down in a form of a major car accident that I look back. I'm so grateful to be here. I may not have been be here at this moment if my life was not spare. And it's also a gift in a way that this was like 15 plus years ago, and it left my body very painful. And I spend pretty much one day a week in each office that will say, I'll treat your pain. That was what my
Mm-hmm.
life would look like. My kids would be in daycare. I'll be in some form of office, whether it's chiropractor, whether it's nutritional, whether it's acupunctures, whether it's, I had, yeah, one call. It's using microcurrent work. Anything that I could have kind of myofascial release, anything I could have my hands on that say it treat pain, I want to seek out just to get to the bottom of my painful body that
Mm-hmm.
later on the doctor had diagnosed it as fibromyalgia. And it's a term that's been thrown around. It's just very painful all over. You can't see it, but yet you experience miserable in your body. And I knew there was a solution out there, and I just kept seeking, and I found a different modality that helps me and restored my faith in the world, my faith in my body. And yeah, I'm turning 50. I have to proudly say that I'm much healthier and happier and fitter than in my 30. And I'm just living my life to more of a fullest now, and because of what I discover of the healing. And 7 years ago, I've decided the world's finally ready for this, and I'm ready to share more of myself than being a nurse that I doing a practice that I don't truly believe in. Doctors are
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. This country is great if you need to have surgery and emergency. And as far as chronic condition like myself, there's not much they can do beside one drug after another. I have witnessed and watched so many women and men struggles with pain, and watching them going down that path there of one drug after another, that is not a solution. There is a place for everything, and I don't feel the medical community have that solution to do things with chronic condition. There's no preventative, there's none of that. And I feel my body of work using energy healing remotely for a lot of people. They don't get to see me. Charlotte's one of the few lucky people here that actually see me in person. Most of my
Yeah.
clients are international. And yeah, over the phone, over Zoom, over StreamYard, that they can communicate through with me. And I help facilitate the process to help them really get into the cause of their painful body or painful relationship or painful traumas and whatever life circumstances or challenges that they are going through.
Well, going back to you and your injuries, now what type of treatment did they want to give you? Was it physical therapy and then pills,
I had
to take the
physical
pain away?
therapy, I had chiropractor, and doctor would say, well, I have this tranquilizer, I have this pain medication,
Oh.
and I have this for you. And I go, no, thank you very much. This is what I'm doing. I have this nutritional. And they'll go, well, I don't know these, but whenever you're ready for these, we'll come back. And I said, that was the last I saw of them, actually, to be honest with you, 2006. I have not. Yes, I have not. Yeah, beside my gynae, I see, but other than that, I haven't really seek out medical intervention for what my body's going through. I've been taking care of on my own, and it's doing good. I'm healthier. I just did 100 miles last month. I climbed Half Dome that few, first part of um, July, and people are like, "Where is Half Dome?" That's in Yosemite. It's just like an 18
Yep.
miles upstairs hike to the top 9,000 feet elevation, and I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think many of my peers who experience the pain and the traumas that their body's going through right now, I don't think any medication can relieve them of their pain to give them that ability of the agility,
Mm-hmm.
of the fitness level, of the strength and support that they needed to get them to restore their full health and beyond.
When you talk about, because earlier when you were talking about having them get in touch with whatever is causing the problem and how to get around it, how how does that work?
Say it again. Repeat the
Because
questions.
earlier when you were talking about working with people and you talk about how when you get a client and you're doing it either over Zoom or whatever you're doing it over, you talk about getting to the root of whatever the pain is and what and how to get around it and how does that work?
How does that work? Our
Yeah.
body is amazing. Um, it's remember everything. It remember all your memories. It remember all your injuries. It remember all your traumas. It remember all the emotions. It remember all the feelings that you ever felt, and it store them in your system. And it can cause stress is a major contributor, and it can cause a lot of pain and discomfort in your body. And every body, every organs in your body, every part of your body will communicate with you. And there, I work with a lot of metaphysical, and they'll tell you something. And I guess for me, having that car accident is a way to slow me down, and I was over. I guess I over yeah, I really overextended myself
Mm-hmm.
by at the time I was a nurse full time. I was a mama of two kids, running, taking care, volunteer for the Boy Scout, and running an entrepreneur business. And there was like a lot of off my plate, and I wasn't taking time to take care of me. And I guess the universe said, "Well, if you don't want to take care of you, I'm gonna give you this accident. I'm going to give you all this pain, so you have to stop.
Your wake-up call.
So it was like a gift in disguise that I don't wish upon anybody to having to go through those painful. And there is a way out, and you don't have to wait till your body total explosion of pain
Mm-hmm.
anymore. You can do something about it. You can, yeah, if you have some chronic condition that is not going away by medical practice, think again. So I could be your resource. If I don't know who, I may connect you to the right people that could help you. And I don't appear to have all the answers, but your
Mm-hmm.
body have all the answers. And I just help you facilitate where you need to go for that, what you needed to do, whether it's nutrition, emotional health. And I work with a lot of, I do a lot of neurocellular reprogramming. So I also help people. Our brain, now this circuit up here is like a computer, it store everything. And I kind of help you just give a good program, just reprogram a lot of old program that you have. So by shifting a lot up here, you can really shift the energy of the rest of your body. And it's really fun, just really watching people grow, watching people heal. I just facilitate the process. I don't say I heal anybody by all means. Your body is capable of healing itself. We are amazing. We just really have an amazing body that does have the ability to heal itself when you have the right tools. And I just help you kind of give you some guidance what you needed to do and facilitate your journey and helping you just really figuring out what's going on inside of you that needed to be healed.
So in order to do that, do you ask the client a lot of questions, or how do you do that? Or do you have the client maybe meditate a little bit to maybe feel where this pain's coming from, or how's it work?
When someone come to me and pretty much the body talk to me, and
Mm-hmm.
I work with that, whatever needs to come up, and I use many different modality to help shift energy within them. And as you know, you can't see electricity, but our body is full of electricity. Every cells in your body have electricity. You have over 50 trillion cells in your body working together. And, when there's something short circuit, some of those wires just kind of mess up. I'm kind of
Okay.
go in there and figure out where these wires that short circuit and kind of like fix those short circuit through ways and just different forms that I work with. And that's what I'm doing is really helping your body rewiring, rewiring your body. I think, can I do that? Yeah, pretty much that's what I do. Just helping your body just rewire and get everything flowing good again.
Sure, sure, sure. Now you also teach meditation, or you teach people how to meditate, right?
I teach meditations and also mindful practice, which is important, and how to utilize certain tools in emergencies. And there's ways that I teach them how to maintain their energy and maintain their mind in a good direction, because we are a spirit, a soul, born this temporary body, and your body go through many process. Some lifetime ago you in another body, and this lifetime you borrow this body, and your body is always trying to work with you, but when you're so and you're so much in your head and everything else that
Mm-hmm.
you forget about this body. So it's all interconnected. When you heal one part of your mind, you heal your body. When you heal your body, you heal your mind. So it worked together intricately. So wherever people are coming from, sometimes they come to me with a mental emotional issues, and I help them and relieve their body. And sometimes they're coming through, hey, help me with this pain. And then when they feel better, and guess what happened? This feel better. This morning I got a text. I slept really well, and
Hmm.
I feel so much better. I feel a sense of hope, and my depression was gone. Just imagine everyone that could wake up feeling so happy, able to sleep through the night, and feeling hopeful again, and not so depressed because of poor health, poor energy, and I able to help them just like that. And just imagine more people can experience life with ease, joy, and happiness. What what world can we create when everyone waking up feeling so hopeful and happy?
That would be great. And last year during the lockdown, you had done a meditation every night, correct?
Yes, I'd have, and I just haven't been back into it. But yes, so that was really helpful for a lot of folks be able to have somewhere they can go and meditate along and just bring some peace into them. And by all means, go to my website, go to my page, Hue on Energy Healer, or Facebook /polarity #4 harmony. And there's many of those recordings. Feel free to go back to those. You can sit in and watch a replay. I recently did a healing last week, so watch the replay, being in that moment and experience for yourself. Experience the energy for yourself from watching the replay also.
What sets you apart from other energy healers?
I feel one of my specialties is identifying negative reverse energy. And that's been one of my gifts because it's the foundation. When your energy is not aligned, when it's not going well, you can try many form of healings, and it's the body just doesn't recognize it. It's just like, this is a mouse. It worked very good, but if I take the battery out, turn it upside down, it just, oops, see, it say something happened. So and it just doesn't work anymore. So what I do, I kind of help your battery and switch it. I just kind of help. We are just a big pack of batteries.
Mm-hmm.
It's all electrical. And what happened with stressed? Oh, don't do that to me. I don't know what happened there. Um, when your body's going through a lot of stress, a lot of toxin, environmental, people, negative news, it just make your body feel yucky. It make your body feel depressed. Make your body feel no energy. It make your body feel disease. It just make your
Mm-hmm.
immune system really low, and your body just automatically switch, and you try to give this and that. Your body like, I don't understand that language, because there's some short circuit. And you can try different healers. It's like, why isn't this healer healing me at all? She try, or he could try, but because your energy is just so short circuit, whatever the other person try to help you, it just doesn't go through. It just reverse, just bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
So my body of work is correcting and switching. Do a switch back on that, and your body can then start receiving the healing. So, which is very important. If you are a healer out there, if you
Yes,
are a
yes.
doctor, if you are a chiropractor, if you are a physical therapist, if you are a health coach, if you're anyone that working with people, you may need
Is
this.
is that similar to people using because you talk? And I agree with you with the about the electricity. I mean, look at all the times. Even as a ghost hunter, you can walk up to somebody. Some people with EMF meters, not everybody, but you can run an EMF meter against somebody and it'll just go off. It just depends on the
Yeah.
person, what their
Yes.
energy levels.
Oh,
Yes.
I love for you to measure me sometime.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that there are some physical therapists now that will work with magnets.
Good. I utilize magnets too.
Yeah, I've run into people that have done that over the years. And what do the magnets do? Is that another case of reversing all that?
I use magnets, and normally, if our energy is good and everything, magnets work really well on us. But when your energy is backward, the magnets repel. So when I switch the body, they receive the magnets.
It's not funny,
So
but for me, I can envision my magnets going ping every which way.
I imagine so. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, our body is electrical, and our Earth
Yeah.
is a magnet. So yeah, magnets just also help. And I do have my company that also produce some of these tools that people can use to enhance their energy also.
Hmm. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I wanted to ask you about your work. Hui volunteers up at a Buddhist temple near Placerville, California, and she's helped build a lot of it and put stuff together. She's quite handy with tools.
Well, I help out, I participate and help whether I need to build a deck or remove a deck or relocate a deck. So that's what we've been doing for this past few weeks is like tearing down, not quite tearing down, carefully disassemble all the storage unit that we have and carefully disassemble all the decks and then carefully put them all together. And we had a lot of volunteer, and I volunteer when there's no other volunteer there, so I come and help them out. So yes, I love playing with power drills. I love playing with big saw. I love playing with yeah. So I'm frozen, am I?
No, you're okay. I got you.
Okay, so,
I got you.
but so through this process, I love working with tools. I love working with woods, and it's exciting. And I'm just helping them out. So right now we build one, two, three, four, five. We're on our sixth decks, and now, yes, anyone have deck stuff out there they're not using? Feel free to connect with me, and we can do with more deck work,
It's
especially
beautiful up there.
composite. It
It's
is very
beautiful up there.
beautiful.
It's very
Yes,
beautiful. She's
yes,
done a lot
it's
of good work, and the volunteers have done a lot of good work up there. And the
yeah.
runs are
So it's
great. The whole thing's great.
yeah. If you're local and watching this, we do have a monastery center in Rescue, California, right next to the post office in
Right on.
Rescue.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on. Right on. When somebody wants to meditate, I mean, there's some people out there that claim they can't meditate. How does somebody who has trouble calming themselves down get to a point where they can actually meditate?
Well, because your brain constantly think about 60, 90,000 thoughts a day, so
Like when
it's
you go to bed
very
at night, you're
busy.
laying there and you can't sleep, right?
hmm Yeah, so I can okay, if you can't sleep at nighttime, let me share with you a tip that you can. Before you go to bed, when you go to bed, just lay out straight, like really straighten your legs and limbs and everything out, and just like drop your body down as if it's like dead, just like weightless, what I mean? So like, and take some three nice deep breaths, and just like really breathing in until you can't breathe in anymore. And you keep breathing in until you can't breathe in anymore, and your body have to be forced to breathe out. And you just do that like 3 times and just let go. If you just focus on your breath, and your body will slowly will catch up to that breath, and you give yourself something to pay attention for, which is going back to your breath. And if thoughts coming up, acknowledge the thought and simply let the thought go. You're not going to try and stop the thought. It doesn't happen. It's like try to stop the moving train. You can get hit. So just acknowledge the thoughts and let it go. And just when you start acknowledge enough thoughts that coming through, you realize, oh, she's watching me. But yes, so just coming back to your breath, and I encourage you just to go on. I don't know whether you can post this, but you can put the link to my Facebook. You can put a link to my YouTube. I do have some free meditation that you can sit and meditate along. There's some guided portion in there as well. We meditate for 120 days last year, so you have 120 video to choose from. Just pick any, mini, money, mo, see whichever lucky meditation you landed and try it out. And if you need further help, you can always reach out and see if you can book an appointment and work with me. I'm start to producing more classes now. I just did my Energy Healing 101, my fundamental foundation for all the newbies. And from there, I'm very excited. Yes, so that's turning into a book. Watch out, that's coming. And my next training is the end of September. If you're interested, reach out and I can give you all the information for it. It's going to be on Zoom. And the next one would be money clearing. That's one of my specialties that people come for. And money is also another form of energy. And I work on releasing money blocks, emotional blocks associated with money and abundance. And yes, the end of September, that would be a fun class. If something that you're interested, I'm start taking registration now, and we'll send so you can prepay for that, and we'll get that information out. It'll be like a Zoom training. Bring me all your money problems, and the more the merrier, and see what we can do with it.
When you talk about money blocks, what does that mean to the average person?
Money block is like, oh, I work so hard. I work so hard. I just never make it enough. Or I work and work and work, but I spend more than what I work. Or so I made money, but then it's just find a way to get out. Or I never just have enough money. Or the program, your parental program, whatever your program that you may have about money or about success. I help you identify some of those programs, and I help you delete those programs and replace them with new software. So then you can run and operate with a new software about money. I am not a doctor as in money. It's just coincident when I work with people on the energies and replacing some of their old beliefs of parents, society, media, and I help you change some of those software and update them. I'm just helping you update your software about money.
I was thinking that when you were saying that, because from what I'm hearing from you today, a lot of what you do is, like you say, reprogramming people's way of thinking, essentially, right?
Correct.
And their mindsets.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. What is it for somebody that's really stressed out? What is a good way for them to de-stress?
Breathing, eating correctly, slowing down, what is important to them. Is it really stress? Is it really worry? Is the worry going to kill them? And just go through your list of what is stressing you out. When you start listing all the things that's stressing you out, like, can I do anything about it now? Can I let it go? Can I dump it? Can I delegate it? Is this worth my livelihood right now? And meditation, coming back again through practice, self-care, self-love.
The reason why I asked is because there's still so many people keyed up about COVID. Because we got these variants coming through. I think they just found another variant in Africa. I mean, this is just going to
And
keep
they're gonna
coming at
find
us.
another one, and they're not gonna find another one. They're gonna be another one, and like the flu, every year, yeah, I'm gonna give you a new shot. Next year, I'm gonna give you another shot. Next year, I'm gonna give you a shot. If you continue to not take care of yourself and your immune system, oh, can I talk about immunity? Of course not. Do you hear doctors coming on here and say, hey, you're supposed to take this, and maybe keep yourself well, or you should eat this and do this, and maybe a little bit of exercise. I don't see anyone on blasting on the news everywhere and doctor encouraging patient to take care of their health, and you should eat this in a certain way, and you should supplement this to keep your body healthier. I don't hear any of that. I'm encouraged, if you're a doctor watching this, please, I'm in no position to tell you what to eat. I am in no position to tell you what to do, but I can tell you everything about, hey, model after what I do, for sure. And yes, there's going to be something, and something. And you know what? Virus has been around forever, and bacteria is going to be around forever. They're going to be, but can I say when something is man-made, it could possibly be man-made and can be mutated. What can you do? And the only thing, humans, we can do a lot. It's called your immunity. So Google it, how to boost your immune system. How do I get off this? So shut the media off. Shut the news off. Find there is some good news, real good news station that you can look. Look for something outside than bad news. If you're going to constantly look for bad news, you're going to be constantly giving you bad news. So find something outside of that. Stop entertaining your mind. Yes, it's going to be on. It's going to be out there. And is it happening to you right now? No. Could happen to, yeah, it could, yeah, it will. Just like if you're going to be sitting there and worry to death, you have that term, worry to death. I'm sure you've heard of that term,
Sure.
Worry to death, because what happens when you worry? What's the energy worry feel like? Think about it. Can you do anything about it right now? Can you stop the whole world of all this stuff's going on right now? Think about what you can do right now. Think about what you can't do about it. If you can just start, yeah.
I know myself, with this stuff going on in Afghanistan, the last 2 weeks, I had to turn it off. The stuff that was
what can you do right now?
You can't. What are you going to do?
Just pray. Just pray, and unless you can change the government, unless you can physically do something, all you can do is, can you voice for them? Go ahead. Go and rally for them, or doing something if you can contribute. But if you can't contribute and just sitting here feeding into the worry and feeding more into the worries, and what you're going to do, you're not helping them at all. If you can start sending them blessing, the blessing will go further.
Or how about even going out and collecting stuff so that when these people come into the United States and they need help, you'll have clothes and different things for them to start, to get their lives restarted. Just to do something positive with it.
Exactly. Focus on what can you do to contribute right now. Reach out. Find things to bring you happy. Anything. And just start with one thing. And focusing on what you can change right now. What you cannot change right now. What matters right now. What's yesterday you cannot change. And it's only this moment. Is this moment, are your worlds collapsing? No. This moment is perfect. The sun's I actually see the sun today. I'm so happy that I'm awake today. Despite, yes, is there fire around me? Yes. Can I do anything about the fire? No. Can I do something about it? I can pray. I can keep sending my blessing, not feeding more negativity into it. I'm encouraging you, all of you can do is put a smile on your face and find something to be happy for. There's plenty of things to be happy for. I'm so happy I woke up today
Mhm.
because 15 years ago, if my life was taken, I wouldn't be here having this conversation.
Mhm.
So I'm forever grateful for every breath that I'm taking. And
Absolutely.
and focus on
I,
making a difference. Every contribution you can do, make a difference. Call a
how long does
neighbor,
yeah do
say
something?
hi. Go
Maybe
ahead,
go get
sorry.
groceries for your neighbor if they can't go out. Just something like that to make yourself feel better. Contribute.
Exactly. There's an app called Next Door Neighbor. Get connected with your neighbors. Do you know your neighbors? Maybe start with that. Do something local. Help them. There's a lot of things that you can contribute. I got to gather some stuff and bring it. We have right out here locally right now is an evacuation center, and some people reach out and say, "Hey, this family need this, and this," and I go, "Okay, let me see what I have. I have this, and this, and can you take it out there and how you to move that?" They say, "Yeah, okay, great." Just be, yeah. You can always, despite of all the hopelessness in the world right now, there's plenty of things to be grateful for.
Mhm.
Start with that.
Mhm. Now I know you. You've probably got 10 projects that you're doing right now because you're a busy bee.
I am.
And what I'm interested in, really, right now in this conversation is you started out doing this, 15 years ago, or 7 years ago.
Full
How long
time
did
nurse,
it? Yeah.
full time healing.
How? Yeah. How long
hmm
did it take for you to build up the amount of clientele and following that you have? How hard did you have to work to get
Um,
here?
yeah, I kind of thought, yeah, it's just like when probably if I put a little more effort into it, I have more followings, and I have not physically doing a lot of marketings, and it's just everything I've been doing too far is organic. I'm sure people go, well, you need a marketer out there to market you and do all of that. That's a process. I'm working with someone that's helping me to put out there, and we're putting my digital courses online so everyone can have their hands on it. So I don't have to be all over I can't, there's people that can always access to some of my tools.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on my digital assets, meaning that you can access to me 24/7 through my courses eventually. So you don't have to wait to see me. Then that way, I'll be start putting a lot of training that helping you. You can do it in your own home and have access to some of the tools that I help myself. So that's a process right now. I'm working on that. And whenever I have group healings and group training, yeah, those are more affordable way to work with me as well. So that's what I'm working right now is getting my digital asset together. And yes, I'm very excited. I'm really excited just to get my book out that I've been working on for a while. And a lot of things have changed. It's 15 years ago when I first started with my book. So now um, we're working on a title. I have content. Now I'm working on just putting it together. Who knows? My goal could be by the end of the year or earlier. Who knows? But I'm excited. That's something that you can have access to. And feel free to find my channel. Just look up that name right now. I will be evolving more. I haven't done much with my YouTube, but I have some few things on there right now, and you can go there for resource. But yes, I'm working on cleaning up a lot of my branding. That's what I'm doing right now, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm still available. I have few spaces for one-on-one work as well.
But see, like I said, I know you well enough to know that we're kind of alike in a way where I've got like 5, 6 projects going at once, and you've got like multiple projects going at once as well. I've
Correct.
seen I've seen your to do list.
Yes,
even for
I
me,
have a
it's
lot to do with.
even for me, it's intimidating. you know.
Yes, right now I'm focusing on, especially right now, I'm focusing on getting more digital assets. So, like I
Sure.
did like the Engineer Healing 101. I will repeat that again. But at the end of this
Sure.
month, I will be working on the money clearing and
Mm-hmm.
working on relationship workshop. Then I'll work on the money workshop and the financial workshop and dream your dream workshop. So some of those I'm working towards are building up one upon one another. Excited with that and find a way so people have more access to some of these tools.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely cool.
And yes, I'm looking more now to do more speaking engagement. If there's like you guys watching and say, hey, I would love to have her on my podcast or interview, by all means, reaching out or being on your stage. Yes, I love to be on your stage. I can speak on topics of intimacy healing. I can speak on topic of pain. I can speak on topic of money. I can speak on topic of healing. I can speak in topic of confidence, how to build confidence. And I can, what else? Throw it at me. So pretty much, and helping you just to figure out what you want to do with your life. That's my other background is I'm a certified dream coach as well. So really helping people finding their dreams and turning those dreams into passion, into money. So ultimately, turn your dream into money. That's the
Wow.
short explanation for that, helping you identify your dreams and really help you honing on that to make a career out of it. If you're working somewhere, you don't like it, and you don't know what you're dreaming, I can really help you.
Wow. So here's what I ask when I do a newspaper article. This is a question I ask, especially if it's about a business. You're in Las Vegas. You're standing on the strip in front of your building, and there's a whole line of it. It's not only you as an intimacy healer, but there's like 5 or 6 or 7 others as well standing outside. What do you say to people to bring them into your shop?
What do I say to people to bring them into my shop? If
Mm-hmm.
you're a successful entrepreneur, even but you don't have the health and feeling joyful, I can help you find those joy and just really, I can really help you live a life of joy and pleasure. Because when
Okay,
there's joy
cool.
and pleasure, there's no pain, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That just come
All right.
out, but pretty much to say, hey, if you want a pleasure lane, I can really help you live in how to live life with pleasure daily.
Absolutely. All right. Do a call out to your websites again so everyone can find you.
So right now, my website, I'm working website is www.polarity, POLARITY, number 4, harmony.com. And Facebook /polarity, POLARITY for harmony. And then, if you look me up on Instagram, it's Intimacy Healer. If you look me up on LinkedIn, it's at Intimacy Healer. That should get to me. So I'm working and processing, changing naming over to Intimacy Healer. I do also have, if you look on Facebook right now at Intimacy Healer, you'll get to me as well. That's my other Facebook. And of course, Hue Anh Nguyen is my personal Facebook. Any of that will get to me as well. Just like, Google at intimacy with this intimacy healer. It should also take me to polarity for harmony. So you can find me on Google, polarity number 4 harmony. That should
Cool.
show up also. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I appreciate it. It was great. It was nice talking to you. I haven't talked to you in a while, so it was really cool tonight. And again, I
Okay.
appreciate it. And hopefully, we'll get you on again at some point. But again, thank you so much and have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, California Hunt Radio, guys. And blessing to you all and smile.
All
And
right. Have
keep
a good
smiling.
one. Yeah. Have a good one.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.
All right. That was a great interview. And she's a great lady. And you guys need to look her up, like she said, because she's got a lot of stuff going on. tomorrow night we are going to have, it's the pre-tape show, and we are going to, our friend Andrea Perron is going to be back on to talk about, Perrin, I say Perron, Perrin's going to be back on tomorrow night to talk about the Conjuring House. We had a nice long hour and a half conversation, and it's going to be very interesting. I mean, last time she was on, we talked about aliens, but this time I got her back into talking about the Conjuring House, and I think you guys are going to be really sitting on the edges of your seats over that one. So be sure to look at that. If you notice at the bottom, I have a I call it a ticker tape running, but the ticker running down at the bottom. And the California Haunts is a nonprofit organization, so everything I do as far as this show goes comes out of pocket. So I'm doing a KVIE kind of thing here in that donations are really welcome to keep this show on the air. I mean, to help pay for the internet and all this. So if you could just a little bit at paypal.me at California Haunts, I'd appreciate it. Or, another fun thing to do is go to our YouTube page. Every one of these segments are on our YouTube page. You'll see we've got around 65 to 70 segments on our YouTube page. And it's kind of hard to find. I don't know why they did that to us, but it is. You got to Google California Haunts YouTube, and it will come up on our YouTube page, and you can see all of our stuff there. And plus, we not only have this stuff on there, we've also got footage from different investigations that the team has done that you might be interested in. Evidence and all that. So thank you. If you liked the show, share it with 5 people. If you didn't like the show, share it with 5 of your enemies. Just send it out. We want to get the word out on this show. We have jumped. We are almost at 500 downloads this month, which is something that's huge. Last month, to give you an idea, we were at 280. So I guess people are starting to listen to us, so I'm really happy about that. But we want to keep that flow going. And this also is a podcast. So as soon as I get done with this show tonight, I will prepare the file to become a podcast, and that will be up on RSS.com, California Haunts. It also airs on Spotify, Apple, Google, and a few other places. So I want to thank you guys for coming tonight and this evening. I keep saying tonight, but to me, it is what it is. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I will not, like I said, I will not be live. I will be in the chat room. So if you guys want to talk about the show or ask me questions about Andrea, I'm more than glad to do that. And for what it's worth, for those who don't know who Andrea Perrin is, Andrea Perrin grew up in the Conjuring House. So that should get some attention. Anyway, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow.